Let's talk about solving problems involving linear functions naman ito. Ngayon, Taro. Okay. So sa pagsasolve ng problems involving linear functions, meron tayong 4 steps. Pero syempre sa pagsasolve ng problem, especially word problem, meron naman tayong mga iba't ibang mga paraan or steps, okay, kung ano yung effective para sa atin. Pero so pwede nating sundin itong mga sumusunod. Okay, syempre you read and understand the problem, list down the given data, identify the function na best describes the problem, and then syempre isa-solve natin gamit yung linear function na yon. And then check your answer and make a conclusion. So first, syempre, i-read natin and understand the problem, and then i-list down natin yung given data. Ang ating dependent variable dito ay yung presyo ng keychain. Okay? And then sa ating given problem, ang ating independent variable or yung magiging input natin ay yung bilang ng keychains na mabebenta. Okay? Or binebenta. Tapos, isa pang importante ditong nakalagay is yung presyo ng bawat keychain. Price per keychain, that is 30 pesos. So ito na yung ating magiging constant rate of change or yung slope. Okay? So nakalagay dito ay each. Okay? So ibig sabihin, bawat isang keychain ay 30 pesos. So ang change in y natin dyan or yung dependent variable, sa dependent variable, that is 30 divided by the change in x. Each ang nakalagay dito, meaning that is 1. 30 divided by 1, that is 30. So, ito yung ating constant rate of change. 30 or the slope is 30. Now, yung keychains na nabebenta per day ay 25 pieces. Meron tayo ditong 4 na araw. Okay? So, mamaya gagamitin natin yan sa ating solutions. So, dito sa problem natin, kung mapapansin natin, wala tayong initial na kita ni Taro. Okay, so ibig sabihin, wala tayong ilalagay sa y-intercept. 0 yon. Okay, kasi kung hindi siya magbebenta, hindi siya makakabenta ng keychain, 0 yung kanyang kita. Diba? So, hindi na natin isusulat yung 0 plus 0 na y-intercept. Ito na lang. So, f of x, pwede rin tayong gumamit dito ng y. Pero this time, gamitin muna natin is yung f of x. That is equal to our constant rate of change na 30, yung slope natin, ito yung kanina, yung constant rate of change, 30 pesos each, yung keychain. So that is our slope. Okay? And then yung x, ito yung magiging input natin kung ilang piraso ng keychain ang mabebenta. Okay? In 4 days. So dito, i-multiply muna natin. 25 pieces, i-multiply muna natin sa 4 kasi nga 4 na araw siyang magbebenta eh. So, ilang piraso lahat yung kanyang mabebenta in 4 days? That is 100 pieces. So, yung input mo na 100 pieces, ito times natin doon sa constant rate of change na 30. So, kaya mapapansin natin dito, yung x, papalitan na natin yan ng 100. Again, bakit naging 100? Yung 25 pieces, i-times mo sa 4 kasi 4 na araw siyang magbebenta ng keychain. So, f of 100 is equal to 3,000. So, itong 3,000 na ito na yung kanyang magiging kita in 4 days. I-double check natin. So, ang ating benta ay 3,000 dapat. So, kapag yung nasa kabilang side ng equation, dapat 3,000 ang lalabas dyan. So, 25 times 4, that is 100. 30 times 100, that is 3,000. So, equal. Mabilis lang naman yung i-check. Kailangan talaga maging equal. No, 3,000 pareho yung ating nasa equation. So, in conclusion, therefore, Taro will earn 3,000 pesos after selling 25 keychains per day for 4 days. Ito na naman. So, si Taro ulit. Example number 2. Taro is saving money to buy a new sketchbook. Okay, meron na siyang 150 pesos and saves 10 pesos each week from his allowance. So, ang tanong dito is, how much will Taro have after 5 weeks? And kung ang sketchbook ay nagkakahalaga ng 200 pesos, siya ba ay magkakaroon ng enough money para mabili yung sketchbook after 5 weeks? Okay, so isa-isahin natin yung ating mga tanong. So, meron na tayo ditong initial na savings ni Taro na 150 pesos. Okay? And then, meron tayo ditong rate, 10 pesos each week, meaning kada isang linggo meron siyang naiipon or nasisave na 10 pesos. So, ang ating magiging slope dyan or constant rate of change ay 10. Bakit 10? Kasi 10 divided by 1. Yung 10, that is the change in y, our dependent variable, yung savings. And then, divided by the number of weeks, yun yung ating independent variable. So, yun yung ating magiging change in x. So, 10 divided by 1, kasi each week, so that is 1. 10 divided by 1, that is 10. Again, ang ating magiging slope or constant rate of change is 10. Okay? Tapos dito, meron tayong initial savings, 150 pesos. Yan yung mga initial savings, yung mga base fare, yung mga ganun. Yun po yung ating magiging y-intercept. Okay? Yung mga panimula na quantity. So, meron tayong initial savings na 150. Therefore, ito yung magiging y-intercept natin, 150. So, sa problem natin, meron ditong tanong na how much money will Taro have after 5 weeks? So, in 5 weeks, magkano raw yung masasave ni Taro? Tapos, yung cost ng sketchbook is 200 pesos. So, bakit natin ko consider to? Kasi may tanong tayo na magiging enough ba yung money ni Taro in 5 weeks para mabili niya yung sketchbook na nagkakahalaga ng 200 pesos. So, ang gagamitin natin ditong variables ay x para sa input and then y para sa output. X sa independent and then y sa dependent variable. So, sa paggagawa ng ating linear function, consider natin yung ating slope at saka yung ating y-intercept. So, ang ating magiging slope or constant rate of change ay 10. We have the slope-intercept form. Y is equal to 10 times x plus 150. Saan ang galing yung 150? Galing yan sa initial na pera ni Taro. Meron na tayong 150 pesos. So, that will be our y-intercept. Ngayon, to solve this problem, substitute lang natin dito sa x yung ating input. Okay, yung ating independent variable. Ang sabi dito sa ating independent variable, yan yung number of weeks. So, dito, multiply lang natin y is equal to the product of 10 and 5 plus 150. Yung 5, again, ay galing doon sa number of weeks ng pag-iipon ni Taro. Okay? So, 10 times 5, that is 50 plus 150, the answer is 200. So, ito na yung ipon ni Taro in 5 weeks. And then, dun sa tanong na kung mabibili niya ba yung sketchbook na nagkakalaga ng 200 pesos, in 5 weeks, mabibili niya ba yan? The answer is yes. Kasi in 5 weeks, meron siyang 200 pesos. And double check muna natin. Ayan. So, dapat 200 pesos yung nasa magkabilang side ng ating equation. Equal dapat yan. 200 is equal to the product of 10 and 5. That is 50 plus 150. 200 is equal to 200. So, tama naman yung ating naging answer na 200 pesos. Ano? So, after 5 weeks, Taro will have 200 pesos. Therefore, magkakaroon siya ng enough money to buy the sketchbook.